Let's pull on that other string now of ketones. I've been apprehensive to take exogenous ketones. It just hasn't sat with me. You know, I've measured my ketones. We use CGM, continuous glucose monitor, here with myself and my clients. But once again, in the beginning, just to see what certain things do, you know, kale, spinach, broccoli smoothies used to shoot my glucose up. It was a real problem. But so I've learned now, and we take our clients through that, how important CGM is. But obviously ketones, hearing Dom D'Agostino talking about actually breath ketones, acetoacetate, being more accurate than blood ketones because of the fact that people might exercise and their blood ketone levels drop down. So, and then the specificity of your acetoacetate and the breath ketones wasn't good. It wasn't accurate a while back, and I think the products have improved. But why are ketones so important for our brain? Do you think I should start exploring exogenous ketones? Because I've been apprehensive. I want my body to break down adipose tissue and break down these free fatty acids. I want to be metabolically flexible due to endogenous mechanisms. What do you think about ketones? Because I know there's a lot of research now happening with regards to exogenous ketones.
That's a great question. There was a lot covered there. I do agree with what you were saying about Dr. Dom D'Agostino with the accuracy of acetone, and now these new meters are just getting amazing, and I do love that, and I feel like there's a lot of error, like you said, with working out, and it was what I was really referring to before, is that you're utilizing the ketones so they're not hanging around in the blood. That said, so using exogenous ketones, I feel like they have a place. I see what you're talking about. It's the endogenous, exogenous argument, but ultimately you're talking about, I guess if you're trying to get fat adapted as quickly as possible, I can see where that would be a concern. But you're probably talking about like up to maybe an hour of impairment of when you're consuming these ketones. But what is not being considered is that you're upregulating MCT transporters, the ability to take up these ketones, because you're taking more, because your ketone levels are higher. So you're upregulating the MCT transporters. And that's going to happen with the exogenous ketone supplementation. Also, it has an anorectic effect. So you're decreasing your appetite because of the ketones. And so you're eating less. So you, in both of these cases, your artificial ketone supplementation may get you deeper into ketosis legitimately because you're not eating as much and you're upregulating these transporters. So it's not as cut and dry as like you're taking these exogenous ketones and you're just preventing endogenous ketosis. So that would be something that I would say. And if getting deeper and deeper into ketosis is important for you, like if you're someone that does struggle with getting into ketosis, this could help, like, for example, with cancer, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, it's definitely something to explore. And if you're like dual fuel and you want to explore like just greater levels of performance as an athlete, I mean, there are some studies that show like 3 to 5% increased performance, which for an elite athlete is legitimate. So, you know, looking at ketones as an energetic source and a way to enhance performance might be something that could help. Lastly, I would say is like if you're someone that tends to reach for sodas and caffeine and whatever in the afternoon, you tend to want like a candy bar or snacks in the afternoon. Ketones could help, one, you know, decrease that appetite for snacks, junk food, whatever, but also give you a lift that, you know, you don't need the caffeine cognitively, that, you know, that could help too. Like there's a few scenarios that I do like the ketones.